Greetings, my excellent friends. Normally, I try to vaguely suit the starting music to the game. That starting music there is a Yakuza song, which I wouldn't put for something like Baldur's Gate, but I thought it accurately depicted the last 30 minutes of my life while I was scrambling to, well, be as late as I normally am, as opposed to extra super double late, which I am. Um, to be fair, I could have at any point stopped what I was doing and gone to stream. It's just what I was doing was problem solving, troubleshooting stuff, and you know when like you just want to fix the fucking problem and you don't want to take a 4-hour break before you go back to fixing the problem because you don't know how long it's going to take you to fix the problem or whether something's going to finally work. But I think I finally identified it. Trying to get an old game working on an emulator. I had intended to spend 90 minutes before my stream taking a look at it, and instead I spent 90 minutes, or instead I spent 2 hours trying to get it to work in the first place, and now I don't get to look at it. Anyway, that was my last little while. I'm here, it's off my chest. I believe it's going to work when I go back to it later. But for now we get to play Baldur's Gate 3. And Evie, yes, you're back. There's context behind that message he sent there. For the first time in literal years, how are you doing? You get to be in chat for the start of yes, you get to be in chat. This is something that was mentioned to me last week by an old friend who had apparently been talking to you. You are someone from the TOL era of my stream who apparently at some point in 2019, and I don't have great memories of every precise moment to moment that happened back then. But I do know that a lot of as much as it was a time in which I made more money and had more viewers, it was also a high stress time, and occasionally people would say things that would annoy me, and I would make them be quiet for a while. And in your case, it was forever. I can go into a user's thing on Twitch and I can see their message history, so I can see the last things you said before I apparently banned you. But what I did not realize is apparently you still watched my stream. Because this is what I was told last week. I think it was XPL Jesus said, "Oh, by the way, did you know that Evie still watches your stream?" And I will admit, my first question was, "Who?" He said, from the TOL era, do you remember an Evie? I'm like, oh, yeah, vaguely, yeah, sure, yep. And that's true, like, there were a lot of people back then, so it does take a moment. But he said that I'd banned you for a joke, and I don't remember doing that. I think I banned you because I was, stressed little shit, and I didn't like being made fun of when I was dying and failing, which, you know, that's on me. So I do apologize for that. But the thing is, and this is the part that I don't consider to be my fault, about 2 years ago you put in an unban request, and I was able to go and look and find that and be like, oh shit, we ignored that for 2 years. But I don't consider that my fault or yours or anyone else's. I consider that Twitch's fault. Because do you know how hard it is, or rather how hidden the unban requests are? As a streamer, I have my dashboard, which isn't the same as the viewer page where you have the video player and the chat window. On my dashboard, I have my own chat window, as well as a whole bunch of other tools and shit. But you know what I don't have? I don't have unban requests, at least not that I can fucking see, or not that I've ever been able to see, not from here. In order to find the unban request, I had to go to the mod tools, not the streamer tools, the mod tools, which aren't in front of me and are never in front of me. I don't know why that is. I don't know if there's a faster, easier way. If there is, I couldn't find it. Let me see. Is unban request anywhere here? In, like, quick actions, chat? Nope. Nope. And nope. Yeah, I genuinely do not know how the streamer is supposed to find the ban request. It's easy enough for the mods, because like here's the difference. My chat window doesn't have the mod button. It doesn't have the mod view button. Also, it's Gonbush's fault. Because, yeah, I have every button except the mod view button. If I go to my actual page, I can click on the mod view button, and there's a whole bunch of stuff there that I didn't even know existed, because, yeah, they don't give you a fast way as the streamer to go into the mod view. So I just sort of leave that to Guan or whoever else wants to. You surprised it was XPL? Well, I mean, it was a chain thing. I believe he and Dennis, because both of them said the same thing to me. Stephen was just first. Heard it from, I think, Airy. Probably. I mean, you're free to join the Discord on your main as well. I don't know. I find that genuinely funny that. Like I want to say that you could have made a bigger noise if you wanted to get back in, because yeah, technically you did the official path, but the official path is crap, as I've just learned. It's good to know that. And yeah, Guambush probably mistook you as someone else that we had that was like absolutely wild and was like accusing me of being his drug dealer a few years ago. Because it was around that time. Maybe it was just a bad timing. You sent the request like right around the time there was someone else that we were trying to avoid. I don't know. Point is, it was finally relayed to me in late 2023, and so I was just like, yeah, I could probably undo that. I'm glad you find it funny. I didn't like many people around the TOL era, but that's just because I'm an introvert, and the TOL era had a lot of eyes on me, which is technically what you want as a streamer. But because the game was so like aggressively multiplayer, I think it was more pressure than, say, for example, if I'd gotten, if I'd gotten famous as a fucking Fortnite streamer or something, at least then you're not actively talking to all the people you're playing with. Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, you've also, grown up. Hell, so have all of us. We're all constantly growing up just a little bit at a time. Some of us grow down. Not in terms of, like, physically shrinking, though that does happen too. I just mean, brain atrophy as we get too old for sense. Ryuzaki, what specifically were you reacting to there? Because yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Twitch does that isn't very good. Oh no, you're probably talking about the drug guy. Yes, yeah. Wait, was he a drug dealer or was I his dealer? I can't remember. He came in saying I owed him something, but I can't remember whether it was that I owed him money for drugs or that I owed him drugs for money. No, I believe somebody was trolling, and their intent was to, like... It seemed like that sort of galaxy brain troll idea where the like it was, hey, maybe I can convince his chat that he's what I say he is.
Read a bleeding book.
Like if I aggressively insist that he deals cocaine, maybe the people watching him will be like, "Yep, that checks out." Because I would definitely believe a story that this sort of thing would be conducted over the Twitch chat. Yeah, that's definitely the location with which to break the law. Honestly, he's one of two great trolls that we've had in the past couple of years. The other one was a lot more recent, and it was the dude who, like, he showed up on day one and he said some weird things, but not terrible. Like, they were just, like, he was a bit belligerent, but, like, in a harmless way. I believe, like, the first thing he said, like, he jumped into my Final Fantasy XIV stream and says, "The game's good, but the community sucks." And I remember reacting to that, not angrily, but just amused, like, wait, hang on, you're jumping into a 14 stream and saying you hate the community. Like, you're literally wandering into the 14 community and saying you hate us. I found that very interesting and a very bold way to say hello, which annoyed him a little, but, you know, we seemed to do okay. Anyway, that was day 1. Day 1 was normal. Bit weird, but normal. Day 2, he comes back and he asks me why the fuck I banned him. Now, do you remember me saying I banned him in day 1? Because I didn't. It didn't happen. Like, I could go into his viewer... Like, if I go into Eevee's viewer history, I can see that he's been timed out once and banned twice. The first ban lasted a day. The second ban lasted 5 years. Whoops. See, Snip got banned for 2 weeks once. He holds that as a badge of honor, but, like, wow, he sure has been dethroned there. But when I went into that guy's viewer history, there were no bans, so it didn't happen. But he was convinced that I banned him and that my mod, Alex, banned him. I don't have a mod named Alex. I never had a mod named Alex. I don't know any Alexes. But he was just, like, accusing us of lying. Hell, Sam, my mod Sam, who hangs out during 14 more than he does any other time, so he's not around at the moment. Well, 14 in Metal Gear Solid. He decided that he was Alex. And so this dude was like accusing us of lying by saying we hadn't banned him, and also lying that Sam's name was Sam. Like, no, you're Alex. He was just basically gaslighting us into a new universe. It was incredible. Yeah, these two, and I mean, one of them was like 3 years ago, and the other one was, you know, 6 months ago. Like, these aren't. I'm not getting these every week, but those are my 2 fantastic troll stories. Anyway, here we are in the Zentarum hideout. I'll turn my air conditioner off so I can hear the game a little bit better. Now, what we want is to free the artist. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't ban somebody for, we would ban somebody if they are upsetting anybody that we care about, or if they are boring troll, like if they're dropping spoilers or backseating relentlessly sort of thing and not taking hey stop for an answer. But if someone's being entertaining and trolling with batshit wild stuff, we will keep them around until we're bored. At least that's how Gornbush runs it, because he's the one who ends up pressing the button in the end. But yeah, and usually, like, for those two, I don't even think we banned them. I think they just lost interest. We never banned that second guy because I decided I was never ever going to ban or allow that second guy to be banned, because the second we banned him, he becomes right. Not really, but he becomes right that we did ban him. Like, the whole point of that guy is that he's convinced we banned him when we never have, and I don't want to change that. I will if I absolutely have to, like if he comes back and starts harassing people, but I'm hoping he never comes back and we can constantly say that that guy was just wrong. Anyway, welcome back. I hope you... Not that you've really been gone, because you've apparently been just quietly here the whole time, but... I appreciate your continued custom, despite the fact that I treated you like shit. Oh, that's funny. We did ban the drug guy, yeah. So, I believe we have to buy the artist.
I need only tell her it's a gambling debt. It's happened before.
What button am I... Oh, I don't have the window selected. That's why my hotkeys aren't working. There. I always press M. I just go straight to the map because you can... I like games like this that have like a menu with a number of sub-menus and each of them has their own hotkey, but you only have to press 1 to access all of it. Whenever I have a game like that, and I'm curious if you guys are the same, you only ever press 1 hotkey. You get used to pressing 1, and then that becomes the way you access all of these menus. Like, I could press J for quests, right? But it's easier on my brain to just press M for map and then do this. You know? And granted, we don't have to buy them. We could also just kill them all, but that probably isn't as smart. Let's see what sort of things we can do to make him cheap.
Free me now, and I'll see that
Where
my
is he? Brem.
patron rewards you.
We also want to take a look at
I
Brem's
need only
stock
tell her
before
it's a
we
gambling debt.
do anything.
It's happened
'cause-
before.
Well, don't you cut a fine figure? Want your portrait done? If you have the gold, my pet artist will make you a most heroical likeness.
I still kind of want the portrait. I wonder if he'll paint us after we, like, free him.
Of course.
But yeah,
Got some
stock
interesting
first.
stock for a friend of the family.
We're a friend of the family, so what have we got? He's got a heavy crossbow named Giant Breaker. Is that a good...
Soldier.
She's already got the Gandrel one. No, it doesn't. It's not a damage increase. Got a dagger plus
Keep
one.
your distance, darling.
This is good for Shadowheart. Did we put heavy crossbows on her? We had a light crossbow. You said something about her not being able to, but I think then that was noted as, like, not correct. The only problem with buying this is that it is 900 gold, which we do have stuff to sell, actually. She got on now. Scale mail. Yeah, she doesn't need this anymore. I think this is her default armor, but as nice as it looks, we'll take the value of gameplay over the aesthetics. You were wrong about that, yeah. Get rid of the great axe. I think I just put that there for her because of other people being too... What's the word? It was encumbrance. So it's dagger plus one. He's already got one of those. We could replace the short sword with the dagger plus one. It's... I think the damage goes down a bit in terms of its... No, it doesn't. It goes up. Yeah, 1d6. 4 plus 4. Is that not light? No, it is. I'm sorry, finesse, rather. It's probably worth it for 96. Average damage is the same. Yeah, but the plus one to hit is still worth it, and turning his weapons magic is also worth it. Eventually you'll run into things that are, like, resistant or immune to mundane weapons, but magic weapons still work. So, like, getting all of your mundane weapons gone is a good thing to do along the way. A longbow plus one, I think, is hunting. A short bow is better. Oh, no, actually. No in terms of raw damage, but I don't want to give up Feller of Monsters because of how bloody often it keeps triggering. Every second fight is against a monstrosity, so we're going to keep that one on him, because it's been doing really well. Chainmail plus one is heavy armor. I don't think that is for anyone, is it? She's... Did she do heavy armor with her Tempest thing? AC bonus from Dexterity limited to plus 2. So yeah, it wouldn't be as big an upgrade, because it would only be one extra armor class. Because it goes up by 3, but she loses the Dex 2. Also, I don't think it looks as nice. Green doesn't suit her. Definitely not $600 for one.
Looking ahead.
What am I at? I'm at padded armor plus 1. What's the Jolty Vest? You take 1 less slashing damage. When the wearer takes damage while having lightning charges, the attacker must succeed a dex saving throw or become shocked. I don't know that we have a source of lightning charges that anyone's actively using. That's more of that Eerie the Sparkstruck stuff. Gloves of Thievery, advantage on sleight of hand. At the moment, he's got sleight of hand +1 and Absolute's Bane. Buying these and then just putting them on whenever he's like doing a hard lockpick or a hard trap disarm is probably good, but then keep these equipped for the actual fight. We can't use the first one? Gloves of Hail of Thorn. These are pretty cheap, these Gloves of Thievery, so... Absolute Bane has an unlisted requirement. Huh. Well, we'll buy these. I don't know when you picked up a cooking pot, but sell it.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
Here we go, let's get back to the good old badge grind smiley face.
Ah, see, if I'd unbanned you a few years earlier... Thank you, Evie, that's very kind, considering. Scroll of False Life, when did he have that? Well, whatever. Yeah, he can actually pay for it himself, that's cool. Most of the money's kept on me, but they've all got a small stipend. Anything else I want out of this man's stuff? We're good on swords. Does anybody still have mundane weapons in or armor in their hands?
All's well that ends.
I still have a
not as bad
mundane
as it
short
could've.
sword offhand and a mundane hand crossbow. But I'm also not in a huge hurry to fix my own, just because... Well, he doesn't have anything for that anyway, except for the dagger, but... That ain't for me. Yeah, I think we're good. I think that's everything that we would conceivably get from him. Unless we wanted to sell more stuff for his 359 gold, which ain't terrible enough of an idea. I have necklaces to get rid of. Did we want to keep this tarnished locket for any reason? I thought we wanted to give it to Zorro, but it didn't work. Also got these two hats, but I kind of just wanted to mess around with those later. We have dye. I don't think I'm going to use dye. I'm also just randomly keeping a fishing rod in my inventory the same way I'm keeping a shovel in my inventory. It doesn't say. Yeah, shovels can be used to dig. It doesn't say the fishing rod can be used in any way. I should get rid of that then. I'm just wondering if at any point you encounter an opportunity to fish. It is an RPG after all, they're supposed to. We've got so much edible stuff for Gale now. We can delete some robes. Staff of Crones. God, that's not worth much at all.
Pleasure.
Alright, we need to buy your artist.
No, there's no need for this. Free me now, and
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to buy your prisoner.
I doubt you've got that kind of dosh line about.
1,000, huh? I don't have that much gold, but I can stab you! You don't know anything about Baldur's Gate 3? It's like the hugest game of 2023. It's a phenomenon that has overtaken the world. It's like considered the greatest role-playing, like pure role-playing game that has ever been put into the world. I'm not even overstating that. You're insane if you think I'm going to play that much. Ooh, Jesus. Wait, am I Shadowheart? Can I back out of that? I can, but I'd have to redo all the buying. Probably worth it. That's annoying. I thought I was me. Why would I be Shadowheart? I was thinking, like, there ain't no way I should have a +1 bonus to persuade. That's not right at all.
Says he did,
Let's move.
Why? Says his muse made him do. Something I can help you with?
Yes.
I never affiliate with anyone who
course.
isn't prepared to drown
Got
me
some
in money.
interesting stock for a friend
Pride
of the family.
paint.
Okay. I think of that resub as well. We bought stuff for Astarion mostly. We bought him a dagger and gloves. Is that it? Most of his money going there. Can have that as well. And then we'd sold my extras. Okay. I think that's everything I did.
Wanna dance?
What is this slot? Nobody has one. Is that like a cape or something?
Trust no one.
Cloak?
Pleasure.
Whatever it is, we found 0. Now I'm gonna save, talk to him with me again.
Something I can help you with? I doubt you've got that kind of dosh line about.
What's weird is, we reloaded, right? The first time we talked to him today, he redid his spiel about giving us a portrait. When we reloaded, he didn't do that. But he should have, because it was the same file. Anyway, you're insane. Now I have a bonus of +8. That's a lot better. We can also get... Tell you what. I think this time I will charm him for advantage. I think that's cool. Considering who he is and what he's done, I feel no guilt on that. I'm going to charm person for advantage. We don't need it. I just think it's thematically appropriate that in the cause of saving a life, basically, we're going to use our magic.
Alright, so maybe I was fishing. No fooling you.
600 still. Fuck. Well, there's no further reductions that I can see, so we'll pay him.
He's all yours. Don't forget to feed him. He balls something proper.
Astarion disapproves, and this man is... yeah. Look at that. What happens when that wears off? And really, we can afford it. Like, we're not hurting for money at all. I have 5,000 just in my inventory. Astarion has 31. Oh, no, Astarion's the only one. So yeah, we have 5,000.
All right.
Still.
What now?
We had 6,000 a second ago, but now we have 5,000. Unless we wanted Astarion to pickpocket the money back.
Just like old times.
Stop that.
Check. Jock the tricks. The helm's hanging. Oh, that hurt.
It'd be alright if it wasn't for him staring, actually. Let's see if this works. Oh, no, he's already moved. Can we get his money? Where's his money?
Your actions have consequences.
Okay, no. Unfortunately, stealing 800 gold out of a man's pocket is not very, smiled upon by polite society, even in polite society. These are the people who very much approve of stealing money out of people's pockets, just not their pockets.
Belt knife. Check. Boot knife. Check. Oh.
That charm wearing off doesn't hurt me, does it? No. Okay.
No one stopped me yet.
Don't
I'm ready.
stop
Whatever
me
it takes.
yet. I'm having such a good time.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch? No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's true value. Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
I am the Gavarok at yours, Bard. Myself. Yeah, you really could just lead into that, huh? Free the artist, my ass. Buy the artist. Yeah, I mean we've seen that quite a bit with Karlach Demon Begum because barbarian options have popped up a few times when we've had her talking for us. I definitely prefer not to use other people unless I have to because I would rather have a consistency for the options available to me. Like, if I wanted to do the barbarian options, I'd do a barbarian playthrough, and I may one day. Though granted, they are quite good. A lot of them are good. There's just an endless wealth of good. Although I suppose there's also occasionally character-specific options with regards to these origins, folks, because, like, you can choose to, instead of making your own person, you can choose to play as one of these companions instead. And so, yeah, like, remember, there was that Astarion one we saw once, where you had the option to, like, bite the lady. So I assume that there's some things like that. I've heard that each Origin playthrough does offer a small but significant amount of unique shit that you cannot get with having them as a companion. For example, apparently Gale has a cat. Like a cat familiar. And that familiar will... I think he's mentioned it, the cat actually, but... if you play an Origin Gale, then this cat will be summoned and appear in your camp to talk to you about Gale stuff. Which serves no purpose if Gale exists for you to talk to, because he'll tell you. But if you are Gale, you still need to be told about Gale's personal stuff, and so you talk to this cat. Yeah. I don't know about how it works for the others. Like, I imagine that the Will Karlach stuff would be very interesting because there'd basically be three versions, because there's the normal one, but then there's the one where you are Will and the one where you are Karlach. Like, imagine meeting Will as Karlach. That is going to be very fucking different, isn't it? Meeting Karlach as Will, I don't think is going to be as different, because when you take Will to Karlach's little hiding space, that should probably be around about the same as walking up there as yourself. But the dialogue would be different because they're talking directly to you. How much content does this game have? Ha! Yeah, in multiplayer they don't let two players both be them because they want, or rather it doesn't work for them not to be able to. Someone has to have voiced talk-to dialogue. But yeah, you can in multiplayer play a bunch of companions, which is cool. Like, definitely, like, in every run of this game, like, I would say that less than half of what you do is going to be new, because you're still going to be going to the same places, fighting the same bosses and that. But the narrative flavor around this game... Because think about it, I have 6 companions, and I can only bring 3 of them with me. So already there's 2 runs there. More if more companions show up, which I believe will happen. Class-specific lines, race-specific lines. There's... One of the earliest places you go to is a camp full of druids, who are currently sharing their space with tiefling refugees. So there's druids and there's tieflings, right? A class-based society, the druids, and then a race-based group, the tieflings. And they're not getting along very well. So if you show up and you are neither of those things, you have default options, right? If you show up and you are a tiefling, like my character is, I had a bunch of dialogue that was tiefling-specific to, like, recognize the fact that, hey, I look like those people that you're beefing with, therefore you're having a harder time getting along with me. Or, for when I'm talking to the tieflings, I look like you, therefore you're getting along with me better. Like, it changed the way I was able to speak to them. If you show up as the druid class, the same thing happens in reverse, because now the druids feel more affinity with you and the tieflings feel a bit more wary of you, so it changes the way all of your dialogue works there as well. But you can show up as a tiefling druid, which is like one tiny possible combination amidst the dozens of combinations that you can come up with when you play this game. Very, very, very few people are going to show up to that conflict as a tiefling druid. 1 in every fucking 100 players is going to happen to be both of those things. But if you are, they wrote entirely new lines and reactions for that. Because they felt like they had to, because if you are both of those things, it will yet again change how both groups see you. If you are Karlak, you can't romance anybody until the plot lets her touch people? Oh, really? That sucks. But it also makes sense. Anyway, so yeah, in this case, being a bard, I can choose to be full of myself and call myself another famous entity just like him. I am the Gavarok at yours.
A genuine pleasure. I'm in your debt, as is my patron. My betrothed, I should say. Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out.
You recall a recent scandal. A patriarch of Baldur's Gate who wished to marry a commoner.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can also cast a spell that makes me look like anything else. So, for example, if I were a druid, I could use Disguise Self to become a tiefling druid. I could turn myself into a drow if I wanted. Ah, patrons dallying with their dashing artisans, a tale as old as art itself.
Quite. It seems we are destined to doomed romances, are we not?
She offered me a future. And so, in a fit of madness, I told her of my past.
Something, something, Tom Marilyn.
Of the woman I'd loved before she found me. Love still, in truth. She was less than pleased.
Oh, that's a mistake, mate, yeah.
I made a timely retreat into the countryside. To paint and clear my head. To choose, I suppose.
I must know how this tragic tale ends. What option did you choose?
Oh, absolutely none. Fame and wealth suit me very well, no doubt. And yet, I think of that first love, and I hesitate. Likely I'm going mad. Regardless, we have more immediate concerns. Your reward once I've returned to the city, for one. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some.
I just spent 600 on your freedom. I will give you a serious discomfort to deal with if you don't. I'm just gonna say I've already spent enough coin on you. I don't know. Should we give him 200? We have 5,000. It might actually do us a favor later if we give him money. But, like, I don't think he deserves it. 100% don't pay him. Like, this is one of those things where in a lot of very basic video games, this would be like the good boy answer that would give you a reward later. But in Baldur's Gate 3, I wonder about that, because I think this game would absolutely just have a scabby guy ask you for money and give you nothing for it. "60% 2020. Although this one's basically... 1 and 3 are basically the same answer. One's just a little more honest. Because we absolutely have stuff to give. We got $5,000. I spent enough on you.
I suppose I can endure the walk sober.
Oh, that's what you wanted!
Suffering has become an old friend, after all. Until Baldur's Gate, then.
I thought you meant for, like, an in-room. You prick. Entertainer inspired. Free Oscar the Painter. Good.
Or if the fist pay better than this lot.
Alright, back already?
So we can still use him as a trader. That's it.
I miss watching your artist.
Was there anything else?
I made a bucket of coins.
Out of these guys, there was some rooms at the back that we could maybe like sneak into.
Or the flaming fist crawling above, and the Underdark waiting below. I don't know which I like less.
Do we want to poke at? Because I think what made me not want to look into those was thinking it would be impossible to get in there without a fight. And I'm not going to do a fight, but if I can sneak in, I will.
Time to press ahead.
Look for Oscar in Baldur's Gate. That will not be soon. We still need to search the burning inn room, but we were going to do that after a long rest to maybe like advance the fire along. Yeah, you should get your food. So this one I don't think can be entered at all, other than through the door. This one there was a small hole. I don't think we had a great idea as to how to push through the hole. We could get a mage hand in there, but scratch too big. Thing is, these guys, we save and ungroup.
At least things have stayed
All the
interesting.
wolves. Watch me perform. Don't know. Yeah.
Keep a blade close.
Quick and quiet.
Difficulty class 20. Oh, shit. Oh, just made it. Turning off the lights? It's not a bad idea. Painting of a smiling maiden. It's worth 55. Ooh. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 8. I think we've read that. Smelling the city before you arrive at it. That sounds familiar. Brass locket?
Quietly.
We've read the book about Saravark. Notes from a soothsayer. Grab that.
us. Still nothing. Let's hope for gold.
Ooh, real clothes. Good clothes. Those could be nice camp outfits. Take them. Now, go over here. What does that button do?
Let's keep to the shadows.
Can we press that button? Run.
Friends out of the traps!
I did quick save. I'm just gonna end turn because I want to see the boom.
Let's end this.
You've messed up. At least you won't live to regret it.
I'm just gonna fiddle while the world burns. I'll reload, but I want to see if everything goes off.
He's very tougher than you. Come on.
So what happens when Shadowheart is made to fight a wolf? I assume she has trouble. Probably just the frightened status effect, but no, I didn't cause everything to go boom or anything there. That's a shame. Yeah, I'll just reload. Okay, so that's what the button does. The button sets off the traps. It doesn't open the cage, or not the cage, but the loot room doors, which is what I would want. What do you do to sneak into these places if you don't have a fucking bard? Because that perform is great, but what? I do not know anything else that moves moves friendly NPCs around, and you don't have like a. There's no bard in the companion list to go pick up. I guess you could get a hireling bard. That might actually be the way. Or get somebody to take one level in bard just so that you can do that.
Easy.
Yeah, Starion was not in the combat at all, even though he pressed the fucking button.
Traps. How considerate.
Difficulty class 10. Easy. Oh! Hoopity! Hoopity! Heap! Right, so we have to pick them as well. Actually quite robust chest, so I might grab one for Karlach. It'll encumber him, but that's okay. $300. Hey! I didn't know that was in there. Roll again with inspo because we can. And we're capped. Dark ring. I won't take the pork loin because we actually have enough food. Yeah, it's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to stealth out of there with an entire chest on his back.
Just like old times.
just like old times. Now close it on the other side, you moron. Anyway, yeah, that was brilliant. Give that to Carly.
Don't burn yourself.
Yeah, we're all right. Now he's got some goodies, but I think we should leave because they can be a bit finicky
Never a
if they
dull
wander
moment.
over and notice
If not
something is
over,
missing.
then through.
And we are still nearby. They can then question us about it because the logical culprit is us. But if we are gone, then they'll forget all about it by the time we return. What is Garius going to say? Because he used to say, but don't keep Varys waiting. So now that we've finished with her...
Don't touch anything you ain't paid for.
But you're just a don't man, aren't you? Your entire raison d'etre is to tell people don't. Terrible way to be. Now that we don't want it until Baldur's Gate, maybe we should put the caravan strongbox in the traveler's chest? Yeah, sure. Well, no, because what if we wanted to, like, we finished the quest, but, like, do we want to deliver the spectator to Baldur's Gate, or do we want to maybe throw it at an enemy for fun? It's a genuine question, because I don't know what awaits us in delivering the shipment. And I think I do want to see what happens, because we might get something better out of it. We might miss story if we use the spectator in combat. It would be funny to use the spectator in combat, but I don't know that we need to. Ah, yeah, that don't from Gary is completely useless, what with the amount of stuff we built for it. Good
see
point.
What this does.
Alright, we're out. Now we can take an inventory of Astarian stuff. But yeah, we can put the strongbox away. And just keep our meaningless chests. Basically, why am I grabbing entire chests and giving them to my barbarian? You may be wondering. So she has a throwing build.
Well,
She has a big sword and a big bow, but, like, I don't always use those. What I do with her is throw heavy objects at enemies, and then also, if the enemy is light enough, you pick the enemy up and you throw it at another enemy. The funniest place to use the spectator, what would that be? The hideout itself? Because of all the explosives? It's the sort of thing where it's like, I don't know that I want the consequences. It's like the entertainment value of doing it would be... It would have to be in, like, an aborted save, you know? Like, maybe we reload a quick save and pull out the spectator and watch him throw around the Zentarum, but I don't know. It probably wouldn't be as fun. I think it's funnier to think about than to do. Anyway, what's Astarian got?
Careful, I bite.
So we have these 3 outfits, right? Astarian's eccentric clothes. How do they look? I think I want this one for me.
Is that blood? No, never mind. What to do?
Because, like, right now in camp I look like this, which is boring. So now I can look like that instead of being homely.
Someone there?
Meanwhile, you... Do you want to change how you look? I think not. I think your frilly thing is, too iconic. That looks nice on her, but I prefer the neckline here. For reasons.
What's cooking?
We definitely would not want to give Karlak clothes.
Still alive. So that's progress.
There's a couple. There's a dark ring, that's just for wares. Notes from a soothsayer, brass locket for wares. Picked up the gloves of thievery, those are for him. We got the portrait of a smiling maiden, that's for wares. The infernal iron I will carry on me. The arrow of lightning, sure. Now we picked up these Abyss Reckoners, very rare gloves. The wearer's summoned creature has resistance to all damage except psychic. At the start of the summoned creature's turn, it must succeed a wisdom throw or be driven mad. So this isn't very useful for us, but I guess it is useful for wizards or something. It's like if you're playing a summoner, you can make that summon really, really robust in exchange for this madness thing. I don't know. It's worth the money, I guess, but I don't know that it's worth use. It's the first thing we've got that's this color, though. And we got a book, Notes from a Soothsayer. Each chapter of this book details a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Havelow's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. Chapter 23, The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Hereunder I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. Typically, he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out particularly in my mind. Madam, please! What I say to you is true! Perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it, for the record. The fellow I met was ochre of skin, with ears like an elf and the nose of a half-rotted corpse. Markings like those on a fawn's hide decorated his skin. I see. And what did he say as he approached you in the, what was it, misted glen upon your lands? The fellow, the creature, the man, came to me slowly, a blade in his right hand. I was transfixed, as though stricken stiff by some magic. He held the sword below my chin and asked me something I could not understand. I can see it now. The blade, silver as the moon in a lake, beneath my chin. Calm yourself, sir, you are quite safe. You say you could not understand what the fellow said? At first, no. No, at first I knew not what tongue he spoke, but he seemed to glean my confusion and tried in common instead, and he said, "Tell me now, what plane is this?" It was then I lost grasp of the ghost and fainted directly to the ground. And then? And then when I woke, I know not how much later, he was gone, and I flew to you. I understand, child. Be not frightened, for you have been visited by a most auspicious omen. Your crops will yield twice their wealth this year. Truly? But who was he? He was a figment of your inner demon, a messenger from your deepest intuition, and he came to inform you of your impending luck. And I tell you it was so. No, it wasn't. He was just a plains traveller who got lost. What colour is ochre? I mean, obviously it's ochre, but like, what does it mean?
Watch your back.
What more common colour is that closer to? Yellowish. Right, so it's a gith. Now, let's sleep. And we're going to sleep over here, and then when we wake up, hopefully the fire has gone down a bit. I think we've done everything we can do with Joaquin's Rest. We've saved everybody that we can save. We've looted everywhere we can loot. So now I want the fire to maybe finish itself. When we come out here, we probably want to bring Lae'zel, because we're about to go to this Githyanki Crash. I think we may as well just bring her. Maybe instead of Shadowheart, I can do healing if needed. But I don't want to give up Karlak, who would be the technically is in Lae'zel's spot, but I don't want to not bring her. We have Infernal Iron. I don't know if we can use it yet. Because it still says let Damon sleep. So I don't know if this means we have to wait all game to get further. I hope not. But right now, I think we can't. We'll go to him, to be sure, but I don't think it's going to do anything. This we're waiting on. Yeah, we're done with the Grand Duke, I think. Right, the Blade of Frontiers, for some reason, has the Grand Duke as part of his quest, so we need to talk to Will and ask what the fuck that's about. Many words. I mean, it's just the quest list. It would make sense to you if you'd been here for the 50 hours we have. It's a big long list of things we gotta do. Well, things we can do. We're not obligated to do any of them. We could stop playing immediately if we wanted to. Long rest with our 1800 supplies. Yellow, deep orange to brown. Yeah, it's sorry, why did something just get moved to my traveler's chest? Also, Gale.
I should mind my step.
Yeah, the Twitch extension lets you read my quest log while I'm not, which is really good. What's in my traveler's chest? That wasn't there before. That's fucking weird. I've never seen that. Where is it? It's over here.
Something good here. I hope.
This is the Dark Amethyst?
You've seen much of the book, but its most powerful secret.
Yeah, you can go through all of my stuff, which is why Gwombush seems to know things that surprise me. I haven't actually used that extension because I don't watch other people play this for obvious reasons. I don't want to see anything that I'm not supposed to. Okay, so Will needs to be talked to, Gale needs to be talked to, he's got his arcane problem. Yeah, so we have 6 friends. We have Karlak the Barbarian, who I'm trying to
Oh, hi.
Well, let me put it this way. Karlak, I'd love to be able to touch you properly.
Where would you start?
I'd order you to strip naked and take it from there.
And I'd even let you. Gods, we better find a way to cool me off soon. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
Karlak has an infernal engine in her heart. You see how her chest is glowing? Yeah, she's literally on fire at all times. So, touching her is tantamount to killing us. Which is a shame, because she really wants to bang. Also, yeah, there's a pool of water. That's still there! What? I don't know how that works, but alright, cool.
More for me.
I'm gonna steal her wine. Fuck it, she's my girlfriend. Yeah, somehow she can still carry the chests. We have Shadowheart, our cleric of Shah.
Shah's blessings upon you.
See, that's exactly it. We have Lae'zel, our angry Githyanki lady. Where's she actually? Isn't she normally up here? Is this campsite slightly different? Starion, Karlak, Shadowheart. I thought Lae'zel was here. No, she's here.
What's up for discussion?
This is our angry lady.
Speak.
This is our vampire boy.
Yes.
And then these two we actually have to deal with. Gale, the wizard.
colleague slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate with my condition gnawing at my insides like a teething displacer kitten.
For some reason, the inside of his mouth is always shiny. Gale has some weird thing going on with him where he has to eat magic items in order to not explode, I think. At least, I don't know if he explodes, but he looks like he's gonna explode.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Implode, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, we'll give him something. Well, lots of crap that we don't need. I wish it would do better at telling me which is equipped and which is not. It does when I go over it, but... There's a quarterstaff there. That's for monks, I guess. +1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls. It's funny, because you need to equip the staff in order to have that. He does have the color spray ring equipped. Did I... A poisoner's robe Gale could probably wear himself. Yeah, I was going to get rid of these gloves because they're for paladins and we don't have any of those. But alternatively... Yeah, everything else is equipped. Oh, except for this, we got rid of these gloves. We decided these gloves weren't very good because it was whenever you end your rage by choice. And those... yeah, so she's got the braces of defense. She would never put these back on, and it's useless to anyone else. So, eat that. That's useless now. Right, is that? Yeah.
Thank you.
Nom 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 gloves.
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
This better be good. No, go on, you're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that.
Oh?
You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am.
An idiot who made a bad decision.
What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held.
Uh-huh.
I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Sorry, you fucked a goddess, mate.
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond.
Oh, and what
I
stupid
sought
thing
to
did you...
cross her boundaries.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, cross a god's bound. You shouldn't cross a normal person's boundaries. We consider that a moral, infringement. I don't know that crossing a god's boundaries is gonna... Okay, so it's still, like... From a moral, ethical standpoint, the level of wrong is equal, because, you know, we all deserve the same amount of respect, but from a level of potential cataclysm and consequence, And this is why you're never romancing him? Because you don't want to get compared to a literal goddess. Wow. It's not because you wouldn't. It's because he's... It's because of his history. You thought you knew better than Mistra? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I gotta call him an idiot here, even if he doesn't like it. Like, dude.
Quite. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, yet I wasn't satisfied.
Yeah, you dumb fuck.
So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
No, please, give me all the details.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone.
We're talking about you?
The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mistra returned.
That's too much. That's not you.
She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach.
Don't tell me you ate it.
What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
So your grand plan was akin to emptying a cup of water in the sea. I guess you ruled out... I like that we have two smart-ass options here. I'm going to go with the flowers and chocolates. I think that's funnier and more bardly.
You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough.
I wish I did.
I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains.
Take you by the hand and fling you into Mount Doom, maybe.
I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next, here, place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in.
What an awful sentence
into
to
the
say with
dark.
that voice.
You've seen this before. The book. The black tendrils of chaos weave that lash out and overtake you. The dread is as real as the first time. The oppression just as unbearable.
How are you alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
Oh, you missed the memo on the, You missed the memo on the scenario of that line delivery, didn't you?
This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
You will die. So hang on, we have like an entire third of our traveling team have eldritch abominations in their fucking chest holes? But like, what I meant before, now that I've got time to point it out, is that he's been talking fairly casually, but like as we touched him there, you know, the music swell. We got this horrible sound effect, lights blooming everywhere. He looked like he was in pain, and then he delivered his next line very casually, as though I'm not like grabbing the seat of magic inside his heart. So I think maybe the it's very rare that a voice line feels weird in this game because they go real hard on making everything look and sound authentic. But I think with that one they didn't quite know the context of like he should have said it a bit more strained and a bit louder than the others. Anyway. That's true. We all do have Mind Flayer tadpoles in our skulls. The premise of this game, Evie, is that we've been... I don't know how much you know about D&D lore, but we were captured by Mind Flayers, illithids, tentacle creatures. They put their tadpoles in our brains, and those tadpoles are basically... Their job is to take over our bodies and turn us into them. Turn us into Mind Flayers. For some reason, it's not working as quickly as it should. Like right now, we're not really feeling the symptoms, even though we should, and we're not sure why. But all of us have that. It's just that 2 of us have other stuff as well. Well, not really 2 of us. Like, okay, let's see. We got the chick with the literal fire machine in her heart. We've got Magic Boy. Will has been turned into half of a demon now because the pact he made went bad. We got Astarion, who's a vampire. The other 2 are fine, I think. For now. Go on. What happens to you when it fully destabilizes? Wait, destabilize. You know, I was joking / exaggerating when I said you'd explode.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Oh. Yeah, you should have told me that sooner.
I know. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Say the word. Did this motherfucker just say the word? If we were to part ways, where the fuck would you go?
I would consume some midnight tears and venture as deep into the Underdark as I possibly could. Till they cloud my eyes forever. With a bit of luck, I'd manage to make it to a Mind Flayer colony so that when the orb erupts, one loud, last song of vengeance would reverberate through the dark. Wouldn't be a heroic end, but coarsely poetic enough in its justice.
Who wants to bet that one of Gale's endings is to have him do exactly fucking that? Like, one of Gale's endings in this game is just be like, hey, you know, we could fight this boss, or I could Android 16 it, but with a bit more success. We've come this far together and we'll continue on together because fucking they did a lot of voice acting work for you and I don't want to put that to waste, even if the real me would want to be about as close to you as I am personally close to India.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down.
Dude.
I stand at a precipice. But if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice.
Yeah!
Let us venture forth.
I was about to say, Gale, if you're that desperate for a wank, go into your tent and do it. You don't have to verbally do so in front of all of us now. Now that I've gotten to this point, you can say that if you keep long resting without feeding Gale, he just blows up one day. Oh, that's funny.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
All right, Fraser. So we have more things we can ask. I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his
really
spell
wrong,
at her,
you wouldn't know anything
she
about
began
that.
to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
You have to admire the man's ambition. No, you really don't. At that moment in time, all magic was gone.
For a spell,
Oh, fuck.
Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown.
Mm-hmm.
Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Let's be a bit more blunt. Gale's fuck up. What will you do if you're going to blow up? Yeah, like, do you have a game plan for, oh no, it's time for... Like, are you gonna warn us?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes.
I do have a question, though.
I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun.
Uh-huh.
Or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark.
We could toss you down that
I will
hole.
await that death. Alone.
I do have a question, though.
I promise I will not betray your trust.
Yeah, all right.
You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am.
Uh-huh.
If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Good lord. Where's Mistra now? Like, not physically, I know gods are weird like that, but like, you were very evidently with her, and then you did this. Did she cast you out? Did she... What's going on? Why are you just wandering around with a tadpole in your head? Like... This feels like something that she would be personally invested in.
What's on your mind?
Did it? Yeah. There were two things to click on before, but now there's just one. I guess there was two ways to ask or to lead into the same conversation, maybe. So the other one's Will.
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
If I hadn't known he was involved with this, I might have brought him with me to Valkeen's Rest, but unlike the Lae'zel one, we didn't really get any sort of indicator that Will was relevant to this, did we? You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice.
I know him better than most. He's my father.
Oh!
I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
Oh. Are you worried?
More than worried in truth.
What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Menzo Baranzan would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Will.
I know. And you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers. A man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard. A memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
Well, then why did you still go by Will?
I'm all for it.
What's it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Baldur, stubborn as a deep Rothe. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Go on. Dance away.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
Prove it. You dance like a drunk ogre? That sounds hilarious. Count me in.
Well, give it some time. Develop a bond and maybe I'll show you a move or two. I promise, clumsy oaf is well within my repertoire.
Now, he didn't interpret that as flirting, did he? Because, like, wanting to see him dance like an idiot does not mean I want to get in his pants. Nonetheless. That it?
Well met.
Yep. How you doing, Scratch?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
That should be it. Oh, that's true. We also have withers.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
Withers. We met him in a crypt. We opened a sarcophagus and out he came. And now he follows us everywhere we go. And when somebody dies, he brings them back. We can also use him to respec our class. And he's almost as ugly as you are. Yes, he's yeet protection, exactly. Grab some supplies. Right, is anybody going to come up on us in our sleep? Time for the nightly R. Scratch wants to talk. That's interesting. We still have his ball, don't we?
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
She does. So what does Scratch want?
Have a lot on my mind.
Well, we'll cast Speak with Animals
And
first
we're
so that he can
in
tell
it.
us more directly. Detect thoughts as well.
What are you thinking about?
slow down.
Let's do another.
Gales had this devastating war within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
No, vampire. This is very funny. This would be very funny if you didn't know Astarion was a vampire at that point, because he doesn't tell you. You have to find out. By waking up on the right night.
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
Well, people did not like this revelation, my word. Lazy, how you doing?
Speak.
I think your helmet looks stupid.
Well met.
No reactions from anybody else. Alright, Scratch, what's up?
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
What you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Bo? I like how he talks like a person, but he still thinks like a dog, because he is one. Like, Speak with Animals gives every animal in the game a voice, but they're still very simple. It's just a bone. Okay, well, the bag is full of bone, but the bag didn't look like it contained a bone. So this one I don't think has magic powers like his ball. I love that it's just the same thing though. Once again, Scratch has something for you to throw. Yeah. He has Scratch's ball, which does the same thing if you throw it. I've actually used Scratch's ball to kill people before. And then Scratch has dutifully fetched it.
Still breathing.
She has
everything.
custody of it and sort of him as a result because she's the thrower. How do you kill people with the ball? Apply directly to head from a distance. Look, she can throw anything.
What a charmer.
Let's let me demonstrate. I'm gonna quick save, right? Quick save. I'm gonna enter turn-based mode with her. Let's go with Gale.
Hey.
What's next?
I've got a long road ahead.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
I should get out of the way.
Breathe deep and move.
Is she not moving anymore? Let's just do it like this. I just wanted to see if I could get her to rage, but we're not in combat, so we'll just do a regular throw. I'm going to throw Scratch's ball directly at Gale. 95% chance to hit, he's got 30 HP. Let's see how badly it hurts him.
Go on. Mind if I get closer?
Only 7! Oh, that's a shame. Oh, he doesn't seem happy. He's healed himself. Okay, but you can use it at an enemy, and like, with all of the barbarian bonuses, you can like deal 20 damage with it. That doesn't seem to have required me to
Can't give up
reload.
now.
Are you mad at us?
Just thought of something.
What's on your mind?
I wanted to see if you had a black eye. No. God, Astarion is not that fond of us anymore. I'll reload anyway, just because I don't know if it affects his approval or anything. It didn't seem to... I'm just paranoid enough to not want to risk any random problems that aren't immediately evident. I don't actually know what happens if you kill him with the bomb.
No time to rest.
Okay,
Very
yeah,
well.
presumably if he dies, the bomb... There's an argument that it will go inert, and there's an argument that it will immediately detonate. I don't know. But, like, he can die, because anybody here can die and then be resurrected, so that's very interesting. Same with Karlach, like, does something happen to her heart? Does she explode in a ball of fire when she dies? I don't know. Trying not to get my party members killed. That's a fairly usual way to go about a video game, is to avoid the deaths of your allies. Now, what's the fire looking like now? Benrin's still here. It doesn't... It definitely looks like it's receded. Ow! It's still embering here. Last time you played D&D, you murdered 2 of your friends. That's not kind. Now, there's still some fire. Which is impressive, because it's been burning for a day. There's quite a lot of fire in here. In fact, that chest is still burning. There's a book that's still alright. That's impressive. How much water do I have? Yeah, let's throw some water onto these areas here and try to approach it from that. Why is it burning? I don't actually know. We arrived and it was on fire. Oh, well, yeah, the drow raid, yeah. But, like, presumably they started a fire. I think we've read that. Read that as well. We didn't start the fire. That chest got broken, but what's in it is still there. This chest seems okay. Oh! Where's that coming from? You're watching the stream with a delay, but hearing me without... How does that even work? Let's still try this. That one was okay. I'm not sure what electric thing is happening over here. I turn this off. Yeah. Not sure what electrical item exists that is making it unsafe once I throw this one, but... Electrified steam. Will that dissipate over time? Yes.
Don't mind if I do.
Hammer Hraft is a two-handed maul. I don't think it's useful, and it isn't worth very much either. Let's add it to wares. Isn't really any reason to try for these spots here. Millie is the Lord of Song. Pray to him for inspiration. Hear his call and sing along. Let his art be your salvation. Merkel is the Lord of Death, hopelessness and ending things. He'll come for all at their last breath, lords and peasants, crooks and kings. Mystra, goddess of all mages, she provides and tends the weave. Revered by many through the ages, all magic we from her receive. What they do not include in this tale is all that time she spent fucking Gale. For Karlach to break walls with. Yeah, I mean, we'll give it to her.
Never wanted the easy path.
We can do that.
Good looking.
No one back home will ever believe this.
And that's it. I think we've explored everything else, every other room here when we were
Another
here
step
last
forward.
time. So let's get out of this horrible place. That is a water barrel. That might actually be a... Don't walk into danger. Might actually be a good thing. Please do not walk into the fire. Alright then. Another thing is we can loot these flaming fists now because the fists are gone. At least I thought they were. Oh god, you're still there. Why are you still there? All your buddies had left.
I should speak up.
I promise my shield and my sword, Vigilant One. Let them be my courage.
He's gonna sit there and pray at her body for the rest of existence? Alright. Whatever suits you, I guess. I should take my break now and go eat some food. When we come back, we'll go to the Githyanki Creche, which means, while I think of it, let's just quickly pop in and out of camp to pick up Lae'zel. This puddle of water is... I thought it would, like, disappear. Karlach's tent is just eternally soggy now.
Lady of Sorrow's Guide. If you're sure. If you're sure, fine.
I feel a little bad about that.
Speak. It is done.
Is there anything we want to give her, perhaps that Karlach has? She's equipped with a two-handed glaive. That'd be enough, I reckon. Hide that silly hat. Yeah, she'll just make do with what she has. We're almost at level 5. 600 EXP left. And then... Oh, there's the waypoint! That's funny. Irritating, funny. While I think of it... Actually, there's... What's up here? Balsam. I wonder if you could jump in there. Not needed. Now that I know that's there, I might slide back to the Emerald Grove just to ask Dammon if he'll take the Infernal Iron. I think he won't. Because it still says let him sleep on it. But the fact that we have more, could I convince him to do something with Karlach now?
Feed if you must, Astarion. But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
I do so very like spicy food.
These tieflings prove fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
Please do not murder my people.
Calm yourself. They're survivors, not soldiers.
I failed to see the distinction.
I bet you this won't amount to anything, but I gotta try. Hey, I have more Infernal Iron. Do you have a better idea?
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Astarion's voice actor does some work in another game you play. I know he's in Resident Evil and one of the Xenoblades. I found another piece of Infernal Iron. Can you do anything? Please, 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 please. Let me fuck my fire lady. I mean,
Hold on to it for now.
No!
I haven't quite worked out a schematic for a new design.
Fuck you!
It might take me a bit of crunching to figure out something suitable.
I'll crunch your skull!
If it can even be done. But it's my top priority.
Better be!
Believe me. Anything to take my mind off, well, everything.
Okay. Fine. We'll carry on towards the Githyanki marker on the map when I come back in like 20 minutes. Stay tuned for now. Raptor, thanks for showing up, but by your perfect timing, I now need you to be patient.
Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God Helm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm.
And so it is spoken, and so shall he return. Has she been praying the entire time I've been gone?
So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great Guardhelm, allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless.
I did not notice this.
When we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Oopsie. Okay, that's a little bit funny.
A dragon rider. My kin are near.
What?
It's huge.
Is it? I don't see. Oh, there's a big shadow.
And then they won't stop pestering you.
That thing could swallow us in a gulp.
That's weird. Because of the fucking camera angle of this game, I guess we just have to infer the dragon that just flew by. Oh. Nope. Okay, well, her kin are near. Search for signs of a crash.
Speak.
Sorry, there's a bush in the way. coming around to it. Anything buried in the woods here?
See there? Something tore through that rock-like paper.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not need awakening. My senses are sharp as steel.
What did I just find? I think they're dragon marks. Well, yes, we did just see the dragon. Now dig. Take out a scroll of fireball. Oh, that's a good one. Dare I say iconic. Looks like they're just up around there. Let's see how this goes. Is that a gift?
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Burn. Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
Can we take a few steps out of the shrubbery? And we'll just pat the dragon on the head, I suppose?
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm. Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek.
Are we? Where the fuck was she that we needed to... Wait, she's not in the party anymore? Oh my god, she is just fucking leaving! What? Lae'zel ran ahead to speak with them. Should I go get someone else? Or should I leave the space for her? I should probably leave the space for her. So that... What did they break? They broke that bridge.
It is not your time to speak.
Should we, eavesdrop, maybe?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Risen
Looks like that
road,
dragon destroyed the
closed
road.
due to inclement weather. Seek marked detour.
They haven't killed... Well, they have killed everybody at this point. Jesus, that was quick. So I guess this is to stop us from going further that way when we still have stuff to do with the goblins and shit, but, yeah, she just fucking bolted. Speaking of goblins, are they that way? Let's just go find out.
I heed Blackett's call.
And yet you do not heed her Kithrak's command. Few of our queen's children prove so stubborn.
I don't think we'll be fighting the dragon. Not yet, at least. I don't want to fight a level 10 dragon at level 4, especially when there's several level 5... Yeah, hey, whoa! The Githyanki is scarier than the dragon. Well, not really. The health is different, but the level... Let's get closer.
You do not understand. I heed Vlaakith's call. Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Should we let Lae'zel speak, or should we dip in? Probably not very smart to assert dominance just yet, but... Nobody wants to vote? Nod to Lae'zel? Yeah. Yeah, it's probably better. Then again, Lae'zel is about as diplomatic as a stick.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands.
Is that Shadowheart's
Take
thing?
word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
Huh. Play along. I don't think showing it is a good idea because they wouldn't let us keep it, and I don't want to fight a dragon.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Focused on him. Because he is inspired, perhaps.
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Right. Convince Kithrak Voss to leave there. Do you have to fight a dragon? Is that an actual fight that you have to do? If you don't hide the artifact. That was a level 10 dragon with 400 health. No, you don't. Oh, wow, says Blue Moon. I had to fight the whole Groon squad except Voss, who flew off. So Voss and the dragon leave. Because those are the ones that are, like, not possible. Like, those are the ones that are, like you have to be fucking kidding me, that's an Act 1 fight. No way. Those two are late-game enemies. Even without the dragon, it is a mob of level 5 fighters. Yeah, that's, yep. Yeah, no, we just needed a persuasion check. But notably, did you see? I succeeded my persuasion check, and then when Lae'zel talked, a deception roll notifier showed up in the top left corner. They had her roll to deceive Voss, with none of our ability to, like, interact or you know, soften it anyway. If you are at all honest and forthcoming, they are not happy with you. Yeah! And that's the thing, we're not playing an honest character, we're playing a smooth talker, so, you know. There's more of it in that direction. I might poke my head there. I don't know how much further this necessarily goes. If we reach, like, a zone divider, I'm not going to do that before I see the goblins, but we'll poke our head a little further. Travel to the mountain pass beyond the western bridge. Like, that seems like... We'll see, we'll see.
Speak, quickly.
Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently?
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
Can I assume a compliment is incoming?
I don't pay compliments. I only say what is true. You've proven me wrong at every turn. You are efficient, dominant, courageous. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
No, I'm just laughing at the shot composition here. Look, I don't expect a lot of tact out of Lae'zel, but... Hold on, are you coming on to me?
Isn't it obvious?
Yes, but I wanted to make you
I
annoyed.
want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
Your hip is quivering. I really want to click on this one because I reckon she'll get really angry at it. But also, it's not something I want to say. The answer is no, because... Have you not... No... Whatever. Now we're good.
Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt.
That's what
and you will
future
wish you could
playthroughs are
return
for,
to this
Lae'zel.
lost moment.
I can. I have a load button. But, again, she's right there. Oh, you just don't click on that one. I mean, why not? I'd still say click on them, because then you can just say no.
Speak.
You don't want to talk about what just happened with your people? You just want to... Ha! You said I've earned your respect. So why the fuck are you so rude all the time?
If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted, Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear.
And we don't get to opine on that, it's just the end of the conversation. Okay.
Speak.
Yep, we are good.
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
The artifact?
Yes.
You have nothing to say about the art? Okay. Well, let's
How much further can I go?
loot the rest of these dead men. Yikes. Can we speak with dead them? Here it is.
The corpse has.
That one has nothing to say. This one does. This one had a name. Yul.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Yul, son of Gara.
You are Zoru's friend.
Fellow scout. Druid's Grove.
Were you and Zoru scouting alone?
Yes. Zoru fled. Left me to fight.
Do you know where the Gith Crash is?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
What were you doing here?
Seeking path. Baldur's Gate.
The spell's power.
Anything of use?
He's got ham in his pockets. Or was he just happy to see us? No, he wasn't, because he was dead. Yeah, so I dare say this is deliberate and we're not supposed to be able to get past. I serve the flaming fist. Not even Karlak can jump over there. Maybe if she took a jumping potion.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. With haste.
I imagine it would actually be possible because, like, I think you get flying spells eventually if you've got wizards and stuff in your team. We don't. I mean, I'm a bard, but I don't have access to that just yet. But I like how, you know, we saw them confronting these people that were here, and then but by the time we arrived, they were all dead. It was just the Gith. Yeah, the good thing about this game is that the quick load button takes a while, but look at these. It doesn't delete your quick saves until you've had about 20 of them. I don't really know why it deletes them, because the number goes up every single time, but like you can see mine goes up to 495 now. Along with the autosaves, it seems to do the same thing. It goes up to 9 there. We're at 33. Fly's level 3. Okay. I would grab it. If it's on my bard list, and I think it might be. Might not be. But it'd be the sort of thing I'd sub Gale in for if I ever really wanted to fly across somewhere.
What's in here?
Especially since it's very easy to go get party members. Okay, that's simple enough. Oops. There's that path there. And then there's this way. This looks like it might be the end of a zone, though, so...
Baldur's Gate, northwest. Elturel, south. Moonrise Towers, west. Road closed. Detour ahead.
Let's just poke our nose up here, but I don't think we're going to go further. Ooh, yeah, Mountain Pass. Well, I've quick saved, so I can click on it, but it seems like this is the zone. We've actually found the end of the first major zone. It's been, what, a month? 5 weeks? If I click on this, does it just take me, or what does it do?
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon. And you will be worthy to stand beside them. In my presence.
The visions fade and the voice falters as a strange energy swells around you. The many-sided artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
Good.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
The voice is quelled. The artifact's doing...
What just happened?
No answer presents itself. The artifact is dormant. The voice and visions are gone.
Shielded from the voice of the Absolute. Good, I guess. What happens if I click this again? Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. The area you're about to enter will be bitterly difficult for a party of your level. So yeah, we're not supposed to be here yet. Okay. So in that case, go to camp. And that would end just walking through. Huh. I guess that makes sense, as opposed to like a... because of how open-ended it is. Simply making it a geographical divide instead of a plot divide.
I'd like some time to talk.
Speak.
You're gonna have to stay home, I'm afraid.
Are you sure that's the best course? Confirmed.
Does Shadowheart
The Giff Knight is as merciless as the dragon he rides. That we still have our heads is nothing short of a miracle.
So I guess I should remember that little scene there with the artifact, because clearly that scene is like a prelude to Act 2, but we're not actually finished with Act 1 yet.
Well met.
I wonder if Shadowheart wants to talk about the artifact.
Githyanki patrolling these wilds is an unexpected surprise. Whatever they seek, they'll not hesitate to kill us if we stand in their way.
It seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen.
You
In
don't
fact,
carry it
none
anymore.
of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it.
She was sent to take it. Was she? I don't remember that, but I guess she was. There must be more to it. You were sent to take it. You must know why it's so important.
I only know what I know. I was ordered to retrieve it, and that's what I intend to do. The rest is immaterial to me.
Interesting. Something strange happened. The artifact you carry seemed to just come to me.
I know. I felt it.
If I didn't take it, I just suddenly had it.
You wouldn't have been able to take it. The artifact has a will of its own. It'd fight back if it didn't want to be with you. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. It's still just a box, after all.
Do you want it back?
Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way. Prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it. Shah's blessings upon you. Fine. What's on your mind? May the darkness protect you. All right.
There we go. And
a curious ornate box. Its many sides are the box doesn't.
It's useless. Believe me.
nothing to do. Okay. Our A team is back together. Now the question is, the only way we haven't gone is this way, but I don't know if this is going to, like... That's the goblin camp there. I don't really want to sneak in a back way. I'd rather go meet Sazza. And also, I can't jump that far. Or at least...
What's the story?
It seems like I can't. Karlak can, but would everybody else follow her if I did? No. So we would need to go to lengths and, like, spend some resources to get people across. Because of that, let's save and just, like, do a quick scout. But
I feel like a rosé in a tea shop. Light as air.
I don't want to get pulled into anything while I'm doing this, so I will reload if, like, a scene starts or we run into any NPCs.
That's curious.
On a burrow hole. Yeah, like, if we really needed to get across this way, we could have Gale, but... This actually looks like a dead end.
What's that?
Interestingly, I have a shovel, she doesn't, but she was still able to dig. Actually, you can take that. We haven't used any fucking, a bomb. We haven't used any healing potions, really, but...
Alright.
We still have them. There's hundreds of hours worth of content in it. Anyway, that's the goblin camp that we, well, it's not really. This is the ruins of, like, the temple, but the goblins have held up here, so I guess it's their camp. So that burrow hole is our quest objective, but that's just because it's the closest point currently to reach it. So realistically, we would go back, rejoin the gang. Did we grab anything we want to give? Yeah, money.
Let's get going. At the ready.
So, yeah, we don't have a lot left. We've explored all of the Act 1 area except for this goblin stuff, which I think is an unusual way to do it. I think people mentioned that they went to the goblins a lot earlier and ended up exploring north last. It's just not the way I did it. The goblins seemed like the most important and climactic thing in the region, so I just delayed it. But all of our quest objectives... Well, I guess there's the Underdark. You're right, I forgot about the Underdark. There's an entire Underdark to explore too, but I think that will be the last thing we do in Act 1. We should go to the goblins first, because right now, nothing... Yeah, my main logic for this is that, other than finding a susser tree, we have absolutely no reason to go to the Underdark, and I think the game will give us one if we keep playing. You did everything in the goblin camp before you even met Karlach. Yeah. So the thing that drew me north was because I had to go... I probably would have done the same. I probably would not have crossed this barrier. I think I would have gone south because, like... It's just something about the way it's laid out, right? This river feels like a more solid barrier than this. Like, while you're doing this village stuff, you just naturally also explore to the south and wind up doing all this down here. Whereas here, it's like, well, this is a solid divider. But I had to go across to meet her. And then I had to do this building for her real quick. So there was no choice there from me. I'd left the north half explored. But it does seem, at least in terms of the goblins in Moonhaven, like the goblins are lower level, so I might have an easier time over here, who knows. Should I be zooming to a closer... Yeah, I should just go here. No travel like fast travel. Just annoys me, all these little pockets of fog that you can't clear because you cannot get close from any side. But there's Sazza, who should get us into the goblin camp as, if not a friend, then at least a tolerated acquaintance, following our rescue of her.
I'll tell the gods what's what.
Journal updated, defeat the goblins. Search for their 3 leaders.
Goblins ahead.
Do you reckon?
Well, look what the rat dragged in.
Can it? I know something Ragslin will want to hear.
Yeah? What's that?
I've been in some druid's grove. This one sprang me. Now move over so I can tell Ragslin myself.
Hold on. Where are the raiders?
dead. Every last one.
Ragslin's drow friend won't be happy to hear that.
She'll be happy enough when I tell her where them loobies is holding up. Let me through.
Hold on now. Is it true what Saz says? You helped her escape that grove?
It was a daring escape. Slew 13 druids barehanded, Sazza and I.
Yeah, that's right.
Ha! Oranga and Sazza killing druids?
What the?
Oh, the other one.
Fuck did you just call me?
About you. Come on. Gotta let the drow know where them looters is. We'll be heroes.
What?
Stop fidgeting.
What?
Can't. Cold bleeds from the bloody walks. More likely you gave them flesh.
Raptor, are you here?
Bugger.
I have never heard that word in a video game.
What are they doing over there? Chasing birds?
What the fuck?
Couldn't guard his nose from his fingers.
Is that the same meaning?
Quit moaning.
Why did that just update on its own? Told us to meet her further inside. We shall introduce us to a drow. That is a word for redhead. That's why I'm confused.
Stop fidgeting.
Yeah, I think I gave myself reddish hair, didn't I? But like, does it? What triggers that line? Is it the character that you created has red hair? Because if so, that's amazing. But yeah, there's a post in Reddit saying, as an Australian, this really caught me off guard. Generic goblin insult. I don't know. Did any of you get called a ranger? And was your character red-headed? Because, like, we're sort of brown-headed, but we're a tiefling, so, like, there's enough red in us to give him cause. I think we have the red highlights in the hair, right? I tell you what, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something experimental here. I'm gonna save so that we can go back to this version. I'm gonna load, and I'm gonna have Astarion in the driver's seat because he has no red in him at all. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. And I want to see if he changes what he says. No, but it was a bard line, wasn't it?
Next time,
I don't know that I can.
on guard duty. Right, boss? Rib couldn't guard his nose from his fingers. Ain't fair. Quit moaning. Ain't moaning.
Can we get him to call me that again, or is it really just that one line?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
What?
Is that noise from behind you good or bad?
Depends who you are. We're celebrating a raid. No better time in camp than this. Get yourself a bit of fun before it dries up.
A raid on what?
Rip the guts out of Joaquin's rest, we did. Inns are good for gutting. Lads even captured some Duke. Worth celebrating, that is.
I'm looking for someone named Halson.
Who? If he ain't one of us, and if he's here, he's down in the pits.
If this is the state of their camp, how bad must the pits be?
He's not calling me it again. A very important parasite. Deceive the guards of the goblin camp. We're doing so well for Astarion. Astarion is the most inspired person we have.
Stop fidgeting. Can't. Cold bleeds from the bloody walks. More likely you gave them... What?
Nothing. forgot we were all in our camp outfits. There we go.
Next time, Gribble.
Rip you for your giblets. Got thick giblets. Want 'em?
Right then. No, thank you.
Moaning if it's true. Go on then.
Just making sure there's...
Stop fidgeting.
Yeah, there's a path this way.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
That is a blast mine that Shadowheart very nearly stood on. 3 guesses what happens if you set that off. Also some webbing there. Does that leave a hole if I burn it? Well, I mean, it leaves fire.
Let's move.
Fire does go out. So there's stuff down here.
Probably getting curled at their cranks.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Oh dear.
Well, hello.
Methinks another blast
No one stopped
mine
me
lurks.
Trust no one. A trap.
Oh, it
Someone
is.
doesn't like visitors.
My faith will guide me.
So I guess there wasn't another one. I thought if there might be one over there, it would explode when I set the web on fire, but...
No one back home will ever believe this.
Seems okay. Just wait for the fire to go out.
On my way.
Be cautious.
Okay, so there's 2 more. There's 2 more. 2 more. One and another. And no, they do not get set off by nearby fire. I wonder if the firebolt direct impacts the area with the trap. Makes a difference.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
I'm ready.
That said, I do not know necessarily where it is. It's maybe around there, but
keep a blade close.
Wouldn't know to be sure. Let the fire die. Shit.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Shit.
No time to dally. Best
Thank
avoid
you.
that trap.
Shit.
Making me sweat.
Looks like a trap there.
There we go. Oh!
Have a lot on my mind. And, well,
Okay.
in it.
I believe we are now safe.
Best be on my way.
This is where we were looking up at the putrid bog. We can, in fact, jump down there if we want to lose half our health in the fall. With Featherfall, you could use this as a quick path down to Auntie Ethel's without having to go through half the traps. Oh, I just forgot to put the gloves on.
Careful, I bite.
The point was to leave the gloves on for combat stuff, but...
What to do? Don't waste a step.
Then I forgot we had them during an entire trap section. So we have this hole here, which leads somewhere else, but I think it leads into the camp, so we should just enter the camp the front way and then work our way around to it. Not really sure why they needed to set the forest on fire here.
More likely you gave them fleas, you filthy bugger.
Do they mind if I clamber around their battlements here? I guess the idea behind all of this is that there are a number of ways to sneak into the camp if you'd like to avoid the door guards. Which is good.
What are they doing over there? Chasing bird?
Hi there,
I can
Snurd.
see the absolute from here. I can.
Good for you.
I can see the absolute.
Uh-huh.
I should speak up.
Huh?
I like how it teleports me to him to start the conversation. Oh, we got a ladder, okay.
Huh?
Stop fidgeting. God, please, from the bloody walks. Enjoy the party.
Thank you. Yeah, these goblins are very friendly. I think maybe they've gotten a bad rap.
Probably getting curled at their cranks.
Touch me, and I'll bleed you out.
Their pets, on the other hand, are very
From
mean.
his fingers.
Ain't fair.
There, quit moaning.
Moaning if it's true.
Okay. Whoa!
Looks like a trap.
Let us off the hook.
How delicious.
He might have made a quick loading crossbow.
I've got a long road ahead. Moving ahead.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Quit moaning is what he said, not quick loading. Kiko, hello. Welcome to the Goblin Camp, where we're having a blast. Unfortunately, the blast is a blast mine. And it is ripping up our legs. But other than that, it's great. Hello, Sharp Eye Sluck.
And the drow?
How about that? Blessed be the drow.
Tribe?
Scribe.
Tribe!
Tribe.
Tribe!
Right then. Warlock Tud.
Looking at a future true soul, you are. Boss Ragslin says I'm next in line.
That's funny, I thought I was looking at an ugly mess. Devout Wasp.
And the Knoll gnawed her arm clean off. So much for the flaming fist, eh?
You saw a flaming fist? Where?
You ain't here? We sacked Joaquin's Rest and left it to burn. Drow flinging magic, Knoll snapping off heads. Inn's nothing but a pile of ash by now. Glorious.
We've been there, but we probably shouldn't say so. Were there any survivors?
Bunch of prisoners got towed to Moonrise. City snobs mostly. But the flaming fist? Pile of smoking corpses.
Do you know the way to Moonrise?
You ain't know the broken road? Meh. I'll tell you real slow like, so you don't miss it. North.
Thanks. But strictly speaking, it is northwest. Yeah, the Flaming Fist are all dead, except for the 6 or so that aren't. That's fine, he doesn't need to know that. Details, you know? Oh wow, this goes on, eh? Mountain Pass. Oh, so this is another entrance. Rather exit.
Something over there.
Dig it up.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Dug up another raid, and it's full of rotten tomatoes and carrots. That's not very nice. I think I'll respectfully decline the rotten tomatoes and carrots. Alright, so there's nowhere else to go south. This is a wad of nothing. Welcome, Havoc. That's, yeah, another exit like this one. Although it doesn't have the quest marker next to that one for some reason. Which one of you raiders is the grease bottle? Hopefully that's not offensive. Well, a video game called me a ranger, so I'm in a state of shock is what I am. Alright, where else? So there's the main thrust of it. Been up there. Yeah, we got to get through this bridge. If that music is diegetic, it actually sounds alright. I wouldn't think the goblins would have good musical facilities. We can make that. You don't want to miss, but you can make that. Wiser course of action to walk across the bridge, though. The power is going off shortly. Is that South African thing where they just, like, take your power away because your government does not know how to service the whole country at once? Jesus. Second time of the day? How long does it last?
All ginders to quake.
Volo is here.
The true souls are coming. The Lounders awake. Here Volo, I cry far and wide for great glory. Draw Raxlin's best. Make as a blade in the quarry. Be you beguiling, or be you beheaded? Oi! goblin kind will tease you and throat you
I
and
think these two humans, or not humans, but humanoidy figures, I think we met them on the road. They were the one with the dead guy.
His troops will disarm you and grow you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must.
Is that the one from earlier?
A new age is dawning with goblins at trust. Mountains, great mortals, all hinders to quake.
I thought he was dead. Lots of people to talk to. This is going to take a full stream tomorrow. I think we can get a small start on it now in the next 20 minutes. But this is going to be interesting. Brazier has like, it's the head of the statue.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
Well, they won't be having a second one.
His name is Draw his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and grow you the truth. Laugh if you
Grab
dare,
the trader.
recoil if you must.
You look like you got something jingling in your pocket.
Why did all
Looking
these
to spend
goblins
it?
have the same face? Quite the trove. Where'd you get all this shit?
Nicked him off the dead, didn't I?
Alright, Thenardier. Here's a hint of gold stuck into a tooth. Pardon me, monsieur, you won't be needing it no more. Shouldn't be too hard to sell. Let's see. Doomhammer. Fucking Warcraft reference? Orgrim, is that you? Great club +1, great sword +1, longbow +1, returning pike, war pick, hide armor +2. You're wearing scale mail. It's the same shit, but the disadvantage on stealth check goes away. You get bonuses to dex saving throws and checks and a bonus to initiative roll. But would that be... You're on light armor, aren't you? Yeah. It's a flat upgrade for her, though, isn't it? Returning pike is pretty quick, pretty cheap too. Is that something for Karlak to throw? Sell the wares first. I'll have her keep her default armor just because it's hers. I think I need to buy it with me because I have all the cash. When do we need that anymore? Okay. Jumping shoes. What are my shoes? Web immunity. That's... Yeah, I'd replace that with jumping shoes. That'd just make it easier to get around. When the wearer heals a target, it gains an additional 3 temporary hit points. That's nice. Does Shadowheart...
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I think Shadowheart could wear those because her boots are not anything special. Corellan's Guiding Hand, you gain proficiency with longbows and shortbows. Your ranged weapon attacks deal an additional 2 damage. But I think we're already happy with the gloves. I don't know that I think that one's a no just because of the slot. Big shopping day.
Keep moving. I've got other customers.
So, boots for Shadowheart. Yeah, we don't need those. Throwable for you. Why is there a backpack down here? What the hell? What is all of that? Is that Lae'zel's inventory because she left the party for like 2 seconds? That's annoying. Anyway, I have better jumping. Karlach, you can have the web boots, but really we only need those when we're in a spider place.
In the quarry! Or be you beheaded!
Are we allowed to read the books over here?
Will tease you and
The Purged Palette, Midwinter Edition.
Trader has no problem with you inspecting these goods, so long as you're willing to pay for them.
Yes, I'd like to read it. Here it is, 24. Fine. Everything else is bookish? No.
Great glory!
A series of recipes accompanied by anecdotes about the meals in question. This is a twist on the traditional dwarven Iglach stew. Those non-dwarven who can't translate that, don't bother. No point frightening yourselves. Just make sure that once you've burned the alcohol away, do not add the dried venom. Substitute it with some other sour, whatever agrees with your milky constitution. As to how I discovered this one, back during my watchman days, a drow thief I caught spiked my supper. The look on his face when I quaffed it down was nearly as good as the stew.
Here follow, I cry far and wide for great glory. Draw Reichsland's best makers a blade in the
Trader
quarry.
appears encouraged by your interest in this item, though of course you'll need to pay for it.
That's fine. But it wasn't appearing before.
Dragon.
Right, we have read this. We have read this one.
These boots have seen
A new age is dawning with goblins at trust. Mountains great
We'll
mortals.
talk to
all
Volo, but let's talk to the
hinders
people
quake.
around him first. Andric?
The true souls are
Bottoms up, hey. These little lads snagged some pretty decent drink.
for great glory.
It's good to be among allies, isn't it? The Absolute's blessings have brought so many together.
I don't know, seems to me a bit like absolute bullshit, but right, whatever.
Goblin kind
Theskin
will tease
Anthology
you
of
and throat
Goblin
you when
Poetry.
redded. His name is
I once met a wizard in Tamar who went and corrected me grammar. He said I can't cast no spell till I enunciate well, so I beat him to death with an hammer. What we got here, boys? Ha! Book of poems, he says. Privy roll, more like. You know how poems make you feel stuff? Well, this one time I was dreaming about this ogre, right? And he was huge. Ran straight at me and I gave him the biggest kick to the nudges. Woke up smiling, I did.
Draw Ragslin's
Is that a
best
poem or...
make as a blade
No.
in the quarry.
Be you beguiling?
Or be you beheaded?
Ah, sus. Drink's going straight through me.
The only cure is drinking more, as fast as you can.
That's the plan. We looted an entire inn. Brought back enough booze to drown a dragon.
Yet there was still so much left.
Here's to them we nicked it off. Down one mug of ale for every throat we cut.
Having a drink. It's all the sweeter when it's free, innit?
Sure.
Course. Sweet piss is still piss. That inn was asking for a burning, selling this muck. Ain't even chewy.
You were redded. His name...
Pish! Pure pish! They ain't even drunk, see?
Yeah.
Tell you the truth.
Certainly not drunk.
Recoil if you must.
Wish he was screaming rather than singing.
Mountain's great mortal.
Like, officially, she's slightly drunk.
It looks right. The Crusoes are coming. They're Lounders away.
Bloody arm is killing me. Here's to the best sedative there is. Booze.
Draw Ragslin's best.
Hey! You ain't rounding me up for no raid. No way. I'm drinking.
Good for you.
Yeah. Here's to the absolute.
Salute.
No.
His troops will
Just
destroy
rip
you
off.
and draw you the truth.
Back off!
Right then.
Back off!
She's consistent in her
Mountain's great mortals,
unfriendliness.
all hinders to quake.
We talk to Tracker Pulley.
The true souls are coming.
Do I know you? Yeah. We're mates, ain't we?
Well,
He's massive.
these guys are all having a really good time.
Still just a bib.
Hey, how you doing, Volo?
With it is all.
With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblet kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny. So raise it your goblets and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you glide.
Okay. So we have give him your rapt attention. Fragulous? Glide? I don't know this language. Bravo! Boo! Or we can bard it up, which I think we are morally obligated to do. We can either just criticize and grimace at the feeble rhymes, or we can join in. For a soul's not been truer than the Rasglin named Draw. What the fuck is a Rasglin? Oh, we gotta join it.
Huh? That was good. Carry it on, Pigeon.
And if you saw him kill manlings, you'd have to yell, hum, fa!
I heard Rasglin cast shadows that are 20 leagues wide. We'd surely avoid scurvy if we all eat an orange.
Why? He's a meatier creature than any I've spied. Oh, Balderdash.
Oi, stranger! You meddling with my pigeon. He's talking stupid now.
let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, I am Draw Ragslin, Tumptuous, Draw Ragslin,
You broke him!
Wait, Draw Ragslin, we pray, we...
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Oh, it's a quest, is it?
Look what you've done.
Rescue Volo.
Idiots!
Right, yes. Not fool.
Got wings. Reckon it can fly?
Right, there's a Karlak in the way.
Too fat.
Beautiful stuff.
Dragons is fat and they fly fine.
Well, if he's gone to the cage, that means we can get him out of the cage. So this is probably like progress. So, search for Halsin in the Goblin Camp prison. Halsin could be held captive, because we know that they keep captives here. Same thing, that's the same quest, really. Rescue Volo. We found Volo performing for the goblins under significant duress. He was led into their camp's interior by a guard. He clearly needs help.
The babe. It don't feel right messing with it is all.
Oh, shut it! What kind
So
of
Gribbo was the one that was in charge of him.
Or what?
Now she's taken him further in. Tracker Clagger? Is that one you?
Enjoying the view. Looking tasty in these new breeches, ain't I?
Yep.
Proper stylish, ain't they? Nicked 'em off this dwarf we're cooking.
Do you make a habit of eating dwarves?
It's good meat, if you can get it. Better than bloody chicken, anyhow. Shame he was as poor as a chicken. Nothing in his pants except a couple of coins and some lousy poem.
Can I see the poem?
Sure you can. But a look's all you're getting. For all I know, this little roaster was some famous bard. And you'll be selling his last words for a pretty penny.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I think I know him. That's Piltred the Warbler, the worst bard in Faerun. Ah! No, not fail at a difficulty class 5. We're inspired out the arse, it's fine.
Really? Oh, shite! You might as well use it as bog roll then. I'll get back to tending the meat.
We've received a dwarf's poem. Was that worth an inspiration? I don't care. A eulogy for a Selûnite who died in the dark below. Notes about a door under the temple are written in the margins. A son of Selûne fell here in the dark below, and we sealed his grave in her holy glow. May the full moon never touch the stars once more. May darkness never conquer the moon maiden's door. A note is scrawled in the margins. Found the door under the temple. Think the moon's turn, but which way? Cluster of stars and lunar phases are sketched beneath. And quest progress for the night song. Also, the note is worth 100 what? Buggerballs. Okay, don't put it in the note storage. Then open the door. Good.
Get any joy out of the poem? Load of nonsense in it.
Yep.
Got wings. Reckon it can fly?
No, too fat.
Meat ain't ready yet. Dwarves take an age to roast.
Where'd you find a dwarf?
He found us. Don't know what he was doing here or where he came from. Lads inside are trying to get answers out of one of his mates.
Was one of his mates a druid?
Nah, Druids are all beardy and woodsy, ain't they? This lot were a scabby gang of tomb robbers. And a big old warbear with them, though. Took 5 of our meanest lashers to chain it up. We'll beat the fight out of it and make it one of our own.
So you don't know where he came from, but we do know where he went. So he's not Cotton Eye Joe. Where's your prisoner? I could get answers.
Enjoy poking holes in people,
Karlach, that's a fucking lie.
He's inside. Keep to the right and follow the screams.
Karlach, honey, I love you. I know you don't like, you know, fucking bad person things, but recognize when someone is talking bullshit in order to get advantage. Shadowheart recognizes it. She doesn't approve of torture. She approves of lying, and that's what I did. Granted, Astarion also approved,
Statue of Seluna.
and that one probably was because of the torture.
Must have been dedicated to her. And now it's a nest for some filthy goblins. A fitting end.
He does, but I don't think that's why he liked that. I don't think we go up here. Too high. No. Not too high, but interrupted. Actually, we should be able to go up there because there's people up there. But not from here. We would not be able to make the jump.
I think I heard the absolute voice just now.
As the drink, meat ain't ready yet. Dwarves prefer human meat myself. Juicier. One of his mates was a tasty-looking long pig, but he ain't ready for the spit yet. Lads have got him inside for questioning.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What path lies before me?
I think we talked to everybody who's wandering around here except for... There was a bigger one. There, Bao Ek Nuck. Oh, that was a lie. Oh, that's good too.
It's got to be like any other chicken, don't it? Let's just
We will talk to you because you're wandering.
Empty again?
I ain't paid to talk. Keep walking.
You look identical to that one we found in the barn. So there's lots of people off to the right. There's also an area off to the left. We're about ready to stop for the night, but I want to see if we can rescue this owlbear cub first. From the slightly drunken goblins.
It's got wings. Reckon it can fly? No, too fat. Dragons is fat and they fly fine.
Well, now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts?
All that and more.
And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing.
Well, for starters, that's an owlbear.
It's got feathers, don't it? A beak. Besides, I reckon it owes us, seeing as how it just ate our last chicken. Reckon it owes us a game. You want to hear the rules or not?
I don't want to agree to... What is this?
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird.
Is there a way to say I'll come back later? Because I'd like to talk to the cub. Well, seems easy enough.
Fancy yourself, do you? Care to pin that claim down with some coin?
Make it a real wager.
Cocky, eh? Maybe you've got the skill to back it up. Or maybe I'm about to make a heap of coin. Let's get a crowd going and find out, eh? We're starting a new game! Move your eyes!
Oh boy. What have I done?
I ain't playing. Got knifed at the inn. Wound ain't scabbed over yet.
How about one of your 27 identical cousins?
Getting close to the beast.
One of them, maybe?
Fight him back.
That's curious.
The intention here is to win the owlbear, but I guess we're winning money. I don't know.
Go on, getting close to the beast. Fight him back.
We don't want to torment it, we want to save it.
Go on, getting
Note that my guys have been automatically ungrouped, which is probably
Fight
wise.
him back. What are you chatting to me for? Chicken ain't gonna chase itself.
True. Okay.
Go
Get it.
on, getting close to the beast.
Hurt me. Run. Where?
The goblins are responsible for your pain. Kill them.
Bite. Eat. Bite.
Go on, getting close to the beast. Fight him back.
Yeah, so I appear to have just convinced this cub to solo the camp. Let's not do that. That's the only thing I can tell him to do, though. We don't want that. I don't know what you mean by talk to her, then talk to him. We talked to the goblin and she just said, go in and get it.
Go on, getting close to... Chase! That! There!
Hurt me. Run. Where?
See those posts? Run towards them. There we go. Oh dear.
No. Hurt. Run. Go. Bite. Bite.
I have a camp. You're welcome there.
New home. Maybe. Got to get away from here first.
The cub seems anxious to leave, but afraid to defy the goblins. They have to be dealt with, one way or the other.
Go. Bite. Bite.
This is awkward. We need to catch them.
Go. Bite.
That's the game done. Come here.
So I didn't I was trying to catch it, but I just started conversations.
Oof! Hard
No, no, no,
luck,
no, no. I
mate.
want to see how you actually win that game, because like it's definitely an official game. I still want to, you know, save the cub, but do I have to right-click it or something?
Swift.
Go on! Getting close! Chase!
Hurt me. Run.
Posts.
Where?
But successfully this time.
Safe. There. Run.
Oi! What's the beat? That's the game done.
Chicken chase extraordinaire. Oh, you have to chase him into the posts. Win a match of chicken chase. Right, you don't have to catch it, you have to push it in here. Which it does for free if you tell it to go there and it listens. Interesting. Well, I'll have my money.
What's up for discussion?
Well, looky! That thing works even better in a chicken. Reckon we won't eat it after all. Pardon? You're what? Think you misunderstood, mate. Ain't no winnings, 'cause only a goblin can win chicken chase. Says so in the rules.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
We're having fun, why ruin it now?
All right. No need to get weepy over it, like. Here.
Okay. I wasn't going to get weepy, though. I was going to get stabby. Now, we do need to still talk to the owlbear and say, hey, I have a camp. So we can get up to the ramparts this way. I'll probably do that before I go inside, but for now, I want to find the owlbear. And then after that, I'm going to stop. There's nothing over here, yeah? No.
All the great chasers are dead. Runny Cobb, Splitfoot, Tark the Toenail, Legend.
Where'd it go?
No more chicken chasing. Seems like it's all about the money for some, and I ain't got any to bet.
Great, but where'd it go?
Ready to get a game going. Just need a contender.
There it is. Stop running.
Mother gone. Hungry.
I have a camp.
New home. Maybe. Got to get away from here first.
The cub seems anxious to leave.
Okay. So we can't just
You
take it.
hungry? Dwarfs getting good and crispy.
I'm surprised you'd be willing to share.
What's a tick got to be said about?
But hey, that sounds nice enough.
This ale tastes like hobgoblin spit. Who's been puking in the barrel?
Probably half the camp. Alright, so the owlbear cub's just sort of running around now, getting chased by this one. But I like that we got inspired entertainer for winning chicken chase, so that's cool. How about you? What are you?
Grab a drink before you see the priestess, Smacker. The branding stings something proper.
You let her burn you? Why?
Mark of the absolute, innit? Shows our devotion to her.
makes it easier to decide who we kill and who we don't, too. So best get a move on, eh?
Right.
Think the Absolute wants me to have another drink?
Sure she does. Okay, everybody can move now. So yeah, there's up there to get atop the thing. More stuff in the right, and then there's the entrance, which is where all of our quest objectives are in there. So we'll explore the rest of this camp tomorrow. Or at least as much of it as we can fit into one stream. Being that it does seem to be quite the undertaking. But we're finally at the goblins. It's only finally under my own making. I could have come here immediately after the... Hello? Thought I just pressed quit, but anyway. I could have come here much sooner, but now we're here. Did I see someone blowing up the goblins? No, I'm not really looking at stuff from this game unless I've encountered the area and finished it. I did see somebody drop a candle in the Zentarum hideout without thinking about the effect that would have. That was funny. Fare thee well, everybody. I'm going to head off, but I will be back tomorrow for more.